Hey guys, and welcome back to a new video for the Roblox scripting tutorial series. Today's video will talk about the collection service. This service allows you to add certain tags to any instance you want. This reduces the amount of scripts and local scripts in your game, thus reducing lag. A very common use for this service is with kill parts. Instead of adding a script in each part, you can handle it with a single script. Into this video we will be doing just that. So I will just add some parts in the workspace and color them red, which will be our kill parts. Okay, so let's just do that. Okay, here we have one part, now another, and another, right? So normally we would add a script in each of these parts and kill the player whenever he touched them, but instead of that we will have to add a tag to this part. So one way we can do this is by going to the parts properties, and if we scroll down you can see this tags category. We can click this plus icon and here just type the tag name, in our case kill parts. Okay, and now this instance has this tag. Another way we can create new tags is by going to the view tab and then clicking this tag icon. Here we can just add a tag by clicking this plus icon and just type the name. Okay, and this is a better way to actually handle them, since now we can see which parts have this tag. So we can just select, for example, this part, and you can see how it has this unknown tag since we created it that way. But so I'll just remove it from there. Okay, so we can click this cross icon and now this part doesn't have the tag. So now you can see how none of these parts have the kill part tag. So in order to add them, we have to select all of the parts and click this checkbox. So now if we selected, for example, the base plate, it doesn't have the tag. If we select any of the parts, it does have it. So this is just how tags work. And if we were to go to this properties tab, we can see how it is also shown. Okay, so this is just how you add and remove tags from a part. Okay, so now we have to actually detect when any part with this kill part tag is touched and then kill the player. So I'll just add a script in server script service, and the way we actually get the collection service is by typing game : get service and here type collection service. So I'll just store this service in a variable called cs, that will stand for collection service, equals to collection service. Okay, so now there are multiple functions that you can use, but I will just show you like the most useful ones. So the first one is going to be get all tags. Okay, this function will return an array with all of the existing tags. Okay, so the way you use it is by referencing the service : get all tags. So this will be a method. And now if we just check the output, you can see how it prints an array with this tag kill part and this tag, which is kind of by default, comes by default, and this tag that kind of comes by default, tag editor tag container. But you can see how now we get a list of all the tags. Now another method we can use is get tags. This one will take one parameter, which will be an instance. Okay, so game.workspace for example part. If we run this, you can see how it returns an array and it prints here you can see how it prints an array with only one tag, which will be kill part. Okay, so this function, what it does is it returns all of the tags that that part has, or whatever instance you give it. Okay, so now having said that, another thing we can do is just adding tags and removing tags. So adding tags is using this method add tag, and it will take an instance and the tag. So we call, for example, falling part, and just this part we won't actually do it, but what this will do is just give this part the falling part tag. Okay, if we were to if we wanted to remove the tag, we will use the same but with remove tag, reference the instance and the tag. And finally, if we wanted to check whether or not a part has a certain tag, we would use hashtag, and this one will but well, this one will take an instance and a tag as parameters, and will return a boolean value, so true or false. So this will be just the main methods for this service. Now let's actually code, so whenever any player touches the part, well, any of the kill parts, it will die. So first of all, we need to get all of the kill parts. So local kill parts is going to be equal to CS. And now since we want to get all of the parts that have the kill part tag, we would do get tagged, okay, and here kill part. Okay, so this will return all of the parts that have this tag. Now, if we were to loop through all of the kill parts and print I and B, which will be index and value, you can see how there are 4 parts. Each one is a different one. Okay, so now we just want to detect when any of these parts is touched. So I'll just name instead of the kill part or part, and now we will have a function which will be, for example, part touched, and it's going to take the hit itself. So now, whenever this part is touched, okay, we want to run this part touch function. Okay, so now if we just print here the hit, you can see how now if we check the output, well, they are all touching the base plate, of course. So I'll just clean up. Okay, so now if I just start touching the part, it is printed, well, my body parts. If I touch another one, the same thing. Okay, and this works with any of the parts. So this is just how useful this is. Now let's actually just kill the player. So something common all of these parts have, okay, I will show you now, is that, so when I touch, for example, this left lower leg part, you can see how it's inside my player model. Okay, and something which all players have in common is that inside this player model, this character, there is a humanoid. So we can just check whether or not hit.parent has an humanoid in it, and that would mean that a player has touched the part. So if hit.parent find first child humanoid, right, then it means it's a character. Now we want to subtract health from the humanoid, right? So now we will just humanoid.health minus equal 10. Okay, now you will see how whenever we touch the part, we will probably die instantly. See? Since there are multiple parts actually touching the player, right? So if we were to do this properly, we would have to add some debounces and things like that, but I won't actually be doing that for now. So I just subtract, well, set the health to 0 to just ensure that the player dies instantly, okay, anytime it touches any part. So if I touch this one, I die. If I touch, for example, this one, I die as well. Okay, so this is just how useful it is. And now instead of having one script in each part, that would be 4 scripts, we have just a single script that is handling all of these. Okay, so this is just how useful this service is. So that's everything for today's video about the collection service. If you found this video useful, make sure to like and subscribe so more people find my channel. Also, let me know in the comments in what situation you like to use this service. Bye!